Hello and welcome back, Commanders and Commanderettes. Chesty Puller here with another War Commander video. This one is on the Holdout event. We have instant repair on these. Most bases are 0 damage, but every now and then you will get nicked. I am using Devin and Jenny, one Akuma and a Screamer in the center, just because I don't have any more Cos Mortars. I just have 4 Cos Mortars built, and in the event there is no build boost for anything. So I have, just because it fits, the Akuma, the Jenny, the brother Devin, and the Screamer. And be careful of your Screamer, because that's what they're going for. Somehow the Screamer has very high priority. And it seems that everything is going for the Screamer. So keep an eye on your Screamer. I use the hotkeys and I number everything, and so you'll see on the last base, the bonus base, like right there, you see they're starting to get a little bit close. They weren't going for my brother Devin guys, they're going for the Screamer. So if you do happen to lose your Screamer, it's not the end of the world. I think it's a very long repair time, okay? You can instant repair your Screamer. Well, not instant repair. You just repair it for a minute or so, and then take it back out, and you can do the event with a damaged Screamer, because the damaged Screamer is going to do the same job that a full health Screamer will do. If you don't have the Screamer, I was noticing some bases were out there for some of these, like the Omega Phantom was out there, and usually when the Omega Phantom is out, there's usually some of these other missed bases out there. So maybe during this event the Screamer base will pop up. Particularly with the units that you have now, you should be able to do it super easy with like Sarge, and because the Screamer's an air base, right? You have to do it with air, and Sarge and the Firehawks will just tear that base up. But and you only need 8 parts. So my Screamer's max level, I got all the max workshop on it, but the main thing that you want is the reduction and remember, when you do the Screamer base, after you get the 8 parts, then each time you hit it, you'll get one of the workshops. There is a workshop called what's it called? Something Sunday Driver. Okay, that one was a special workshop. That one may not come in. You had to buy that one in the gear store. So you'll have to check the gear store to see if that stuff is still there. So my standard rule of thumb is check the gear store once a week, because they got things popping up in there. Check the gear store, particularly the exchange area, and don't just spend your blood thorium willy-nilly. Save it up for something that you really, really need. So anyway, I usually have over 100 blood thorium saved up right now. I probably have 150 or something blood thorium, 160, something like that. And I buy the important things when they come out, and I don't waste it on I'll give you an example. I wasted a lot of blood thorium upgrading my legendary rifleman and my legendary what is it called? Stingers. And so that I regretted that, because that was like a lot of blood thorium, like 100 blood thorium each. So be careful, don't waste it. Okay, so I only have 4 cause mortars. So I have to make a star pattern of about the 4 cause mortars plus my Gus. If you don't have Gus, well, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. This is not an easy event, okay? This is like an end game type event if you don't have the Screamer and if you don't have about at least 5 cause mortars. You don't need Gus. You can just use 5 cause mortars. As long as you've got Gus in this, as long as you've got, now Jenny is still high priority, so I use Jenny. And I use my my Akuma just to spawn every now and then because it fit exactly. And so I'm just using this star pattern of 5. I made a mistake earlier and I spread my cause mortars out too far, and I ended up taking damage on my Screamer. So be careful. You might need a tighter pattern. In this case, because we don't have enough cause mortars, and to be honest, only 5 cause mortars fit in my platoon. So if I were to put 6 cause mortars in, I would have to take, for sure, I'd have to take Jenny out, and so I think 5 cause mortars is fine. But if I took Jenny out and I took out the Akuma, I might be able to put in one more cause mortar, and then I could spread them out a little bit more, because 5 is basically on the edge of the minimum amount you can have. So here's another thing. Okay, when I started this event, my cause mortars were level 9. I still had like 8 hours left. So I looked in there and I found an upgrade bonus for the cause mortars, and I bought that. Now my cause mortars are level 10. I can workshop them, however, I don't have enough workshop. So my cause mortars have like 1 thing on them, but the level 10 gives you a bonus. I need to go out and do some more shadow ops so I can get some more workshop, okay? But this workshop, I mean, to be honest, other than the gold tech, the rest of the workshop was kind of worthless. One of them gives you more damage to a building. One of them gives you more damage to infantry, which that's good. That'd help with this one. Another one gives you less damage from aircraft, I believe. And I only have 1 of those, and I put that on there. So if I get hit by a helicopter, I'm going to take a little bit less damage, which is fine. But like I said, I don't have enough. So believe it or not, I was doing this with level 9s, and all I had on there was the gold tech, because I didn't really have anything. The Shadow Ops, I think, just came out today, or maybe it was yesterday, but I think it just came out today. So I was just able to get my few pieces that I have on there just before I started this event. And I got a late start because I was out of town. But now, I have to be honest, if you don't have... Well, let me point this out really quick, too. You see the little gift box right there, the little crate that got dropped? I'm missing it right there. I'm not looking at it for some reason, but grab those crates, okay? And I found that rather than putting those, whatever is in that crate, let me see if I get it. Yeah, I got it, okay. So whatever's in that crate, I've been putting them on Ruby. They die right away. So don't put them on Ruby. Put them in between the cracks of your 5 cause mortars, or if you've got 6 cause mortars, then you're definitely going to lose your Akuma and you're going to lose your Jenny. Jenny is high priority. The regular Devon, they've reduced his priority. He has low priority right now. So the regular Devon may not work for you. You might have to use Bounty Hunter. He still has some priority, but not super high. So, but Bounty Hunter, the decoys have a higher priority than the regular Devon. This in the middle here is Brother Devon, and he seems to be working really well. You can use Devon and Jenny and an Akuma and a Screamer, or what I was using before I got Brother Devon, I was using Bounty Hunter, and it was a little bit different setup. I got a video out on that earlier, but I was taking some damage with the Brother Devon. I'm not taking any damage, so other than like maybe a few seconds, but everything has been instant repair at the end of the attack. So that's all. This is the exact same thing for all the bases. I number my units. If you'll notice at the beginning of the attack, the important thing is to get your Cosmortars out quickly. So what I like to do is I like to go into, like, say a Shadow Ops level 3 base, okay? Deploy. You won't be able to deploy your Screamer in there, so you won't be able to number your Screamer in there. Number your Screamer once you get in here, so that you can move your Screamer out of the way if the aircraft are getting too close to it. Because basically everything's going for your Screamer. So your Screamer is one of your high priority things, and it's very helpful to have that high priority in the middle, okay? But what I do is I number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for each individual Cosmortar. If you see at the very beginning, I very quickly move my things out without having to select them. That's because I've numbered them 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so you get those guys out right away. 1, click 1, move it out. Click 2, move it out. Click 3, move it out. Click 4, move it out. Click 5, move it out. And then you can concentrate on your center. And at some point while you've got your Screamer deployed, select it and give it a number. I give mine number 0, and because you can go 1 through 0. So 0 is like in place of 10. Okay, so I put my Screamer there at 0. So if my Screamer gets in trouble, I don't have to find it in the middle there. I just select 0 and I can move it out of the way. But the rest of every single base is just like this. Deploy, move these 5 guys out. Every time a package deploys, grab that package, and then you'll see towards the end of this I learned not to put those things on aggressive, because if you put them on, or fist, it's called F, right? If you put them on F, you'll lose them quickly, so don't do that. And also, don't forget, you'll notice I'm getting a lot of XP here because I purchased inside the store for XP. You purchase the XP increase. One XP increase is for 100% bonus, and the next one is for, I think it's 150% or 250%. It's a lot. I think it's 150%, and then total together, they're 250%. But it might be 350%. Just check out the gear store, and there's a silver one. See how quickly I moved out? That's the key to it. And notice I'm not making my circle really big. My circle's kind of tight, because if you stretch it out, that's when I took damage, because you don't have enough units to spread out. Like when we were using the Akumas for this, I had 8 Akumas and I could spread them out a lot, and I could really keep things away from there's my package, I gotta go get it. And this time they did upgrade the packages. The packages used to kind of suck, but right now they're giving you heroes, they're giving you high guards, they're giving you omens, they're giving you Sarge. they're giving you all kinds of good units in these packages. So this is, I think, where I learned right here, and I said, okay, let me stop, pushing these things out here. Right here is where I learned, because I lost these two units right here, the two orb units. I put them on Fierce or Fist, and then I lost one right away. So then I said, okay, well, I really need help in between my Cosmortars. See, I lost one already, right away, and this one's almost getting ready to die. So I said, forget this. I'm gonna not put it on aggressive anymore, because it'll do me more good to just stand in the gap in case something starts to squeak or sneak through the gap there, right? So I'm going to put him there. I'm going to put the high guard there, and then I'm going to fill in the gaps with whatever they give me. There's a second high guard there, so I'm going to put him over in this gap. And so effectively, you got two high guards, you got a couple of other units there. So effectively, I have 5 of my own units and 4 of the units that they gave me in the little crates. So that is very, very helpful. And just let them sit there. They don't need to roam around, because the Screamer slows down all the aircraft. Before you do this, make sure that your workshop, check out your workshop on everything, okay? And you might have to do a couple of Shadow Ops bases. By the way, I do have a Shadow Ops base out there. It's a new Shadow Ops. It's very easy. All you need to do is take 9 Akumas into the base on the Shadow Ops 4. I haven't done the Shadow Ops 3 or 2 yet, but Shadow Ops 4, put 9 Akumas in there, or 8, whatever you got. Spread them out. There's no aggressive units coming out, so just spread them out and wait for the base to die. It's a very easy, probably the easiest Shadow Ops we've had in a very long time. The reason it's new is because we have a new unit coming out. It looks like an upgraded Blackout. I was just looking at my Blackout the other day because I was upgrading its Diamond Tech, because I didn't have anything else to upgrade in my workshop. My workshop is all done, so I was upgrading the Diamond Tech on my Blackout, and I was thinking, man, it would be nice if they did an upgrade to the Blackout or gave it some more tech. But they're not going to do that. It looks like they came out with a whole new unit so that you have to upgrade it, you have to do all this other stuff for it. I don't know what's happened up at Kixeye, but they've changed a lot of things. This event is the hardest holdout to date, I believe, because if you don't have a Screamer, or if you don't have the workshop for a Screamer, you can't do this base. And if you don't have let's see, if you don't have Brother Devon, then your Devon's downgraded. You have to have a Jenny. I know a lot of people don't have a Jenny. So, I mean, if you don't have the units, you can't do the entire event, and so you could get really, really reamed here. But you can do it if you have a Jenny, if you have the regular Devon, if you have 4 Cosmortars and Gus, or 5 Cosmortars. And then I threw in an Akuma because I had space for it. And the Akuma actually helps, because the little guys that come out of my Akuma are helping every now and then. So it's a good deal. But keep your Akuma in the middle, because he'll get wiped out if you don't. And if you guys have any questions, put them down there. let's see. I'm trying to see if there's any other advice I can give you on this one. It is a very simple solution that I'm using here, and that is, the 5 cos mortars. Anything they give you in a package, watch for it. Make sure that you grab it right away. I think the safest thing to grab the package is the cos mortar. You don't really want to pull anything out of the middle because unless it's the Akuma can, but the Akuma is so slow. Okay, you can even use one of the things that they gave you. Whatever moves more quickly, you can use those because they will pick up the packages too. Even the Akuma fire outrunners, you can use those. So there, you see, that was absolutely 0 damage, right? That's base 3, 0 damage. And I think I did the bonus base 0 damage too. If not, it was free repair. The whole thing is free repair. So anyway, I'm out. I'm going to get back to the event, and I'll post this video. I hope this was helpful for you guys. And like I said, if you do have any questions, just leave them in the comments down below. I'll try to answer them right away. All right? Enjoy.